Aaron Rodgers has met with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and things are heating up around his free agency process. Welcome into Verts. My name is Harrison Graham. Talk a little Rodgers, and then some NFL draft rumors that we'll get to here in a few minutes as well. But he was in Pittsburgh today at the Steelers facilities, meeting with Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, presumably some other staffers, as well as his free agency market continues to heat up. Obviously, heading into his 41-year-old age season, and all indications at this point are that he does want to play in 2025. It seems like he was holding out hope for the Vikings, but the latest report suggests that is not a realistic option for him at this point in time, leaving the two primary suitors, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Now, with the Vikings presumably out, I would expect Rodgers to choose Pittsburgh. I've always thought that was a slightly better situation than New York because they've at least been a competitive team. Maybe Rodgers can get them over the edge of at least winning a round in the playoffs. I don't think either of these teams he goes to makes them a major contender, but could they win 10 games? Could they win a playoff game if they get the right matchup? I thought he played well the second half of last year. I think that's at least a possibility. Now, the original reports were this was just a meeting, no deal was imminent, and that appears to be the case, as Diana Rossini just reported that he left the building without a deal. So I don't know if that means that, he's going to sleep on it and make a decision tomorrow. Could he visit the Giants facility? I don't know where things sit as of now, but this is the first free agent visit that we know of that he's taken. I think that's pretty notable that the Steelers have gotten him in the building. So we will see where it goes from here. But Pittsburgh obviously pursuing hard, and the Giants certainly want him as well, as both teams are waiting to see which team he signs with. Again, I don't think he's a huge needle mover, but I've said all along Pittsburgh makes the most sense because he's better than the quarterbacks they've had since prime Big Ben Roethlisberger. And, from his standpoint, it's probably the best path to at least getting to the playoffs. I don't think if he goes to the Giants, they're a playoff team. Okay, when Aaron Rodgers signs, we will have a video here on the channel. We'll react. We'll give our thoughts. We'll give our takes about the fit with that team and what that team's going to do. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. When big news drops, when big storylines are out there, we hit you guys with the video here on Verts. Okay, let's talk a little Jaylen Milroe, as his stock could be rising after he, I don't want to say shocked people, but maybe surprised people with how well he ran at his pro day, of 4.3740. Now, sometimes, the pro day 40s can be a little juiced, so you never really know. Like, would that be a 4.45 in Indy? Who knows? But I'll say this. I knew he was fast. I didn't think he was sub 4.4 fast, assuming that time is at least relatively accurate. Because when you watch him play, he kind of just glides. Like, he doesn't seem like a burner. Like, he doesn't seem as fast as a prime Mike Vick or even a Justin Fields type, but clearly he's pretty damn fast. And, that's going to pique some teams' interest, obviously, as he does have physical traits. He's 6'2", 217. He's got a big arm. He's just very raw as a passer, but with that running ability, you got to think teams are going to have interest. Now, if you look at my big board of quarterbacks for this draft, I've got him number 4 right now. I probably like a Tyler Shuck, a Kyle McCord, maybe even a Quinn Ewers and Will Howard better. It's just like sit in the pocket, deliver the football. But you tell me a guy who's built like he is, 6'2", 217, and has a big arm, is still, I think, only 21, 22 years old. Like, I might take a swing on that on day 2 in this draft. I think he's in the right draft. In a normal draft, I'd probably take him on day 3, but in this draft where Cam Ward seems like the best option, but it's not like some typical surefire number 1 overall pick, although he will go that in this draft. Shedeur Sanders in a lot of drafts would be like a late round 1 guy. He'll go pretty early. Jaylen Milroe on day 2 seems like at least a swing worth taking for a certain team. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment as well. But first, I do want to tell you guys about our sponsor, Turtle Beach. The number 1 gaming headsets and accessories out there is Turtle Beach, and you should get in on all of their products. I'm rocking a Turtle Beach headset today, and it picks up audio so clearly that you're basically cheating when you game. Get 10% off with code chat at turtlebeach.com/chat. And I personally recommend you get their all new Stealth 700 headset, as the sound quality and comfort are incredible. The 3D spatial audio has taken my gaming to the next level, especially in fast paced games like Call of Duty and Fortnite. The Stealth 700 headset also has the industry's first ever crossplay dual wireless transmitter system. That means you can seamlessly switch between your consoles and PC with just the click of a button. It gets even better. While being connected to your console, the Stealth 700 can connect with your phone for music streaming or taking calls at the same time. Listen to your favorite songs while gaming, all done with the Stealth 700. So go to turtlebeach.com/chat, use code chat to get 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off at turtlebeach.com/chat with promo code chat. After your purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell us 4Verts by Chat Sports sent you. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience today with Turtle Beach. Okay, so where does Jaylen Milroe go? I think he's going to go in the second round. It wouldn't completely shock me if some team traded back into the first round to get a fifth-year option for a team that could sit him for a couple of years and maybe try to develop him. I think that's pretty rich. So I think second round is more likely. Where do I personally view him? Like, I don't know. In an average QB draft, I'd probably take him in the third or the fourth. But to me, QB tax, like you typically go up at least a round. So like if he's a third, fourth round guy, he's probably going to go second because someone's going to say, oh, he's 6'2", 220, rocket arm, 4'3", 740. Yeah, I can fix him. I can make him work. If Anthony Richardson can go number 4 overall, I think Jaylen Milroe can go in the second round. So that would be my guess of where he goes. Can you get him with one of these QB gurus that would embrace his running? Like, I don't know. Could he sit behind Stafford for 2 years in LA? Could he go to Minnesota or something? And could they hedge for JJ McCarthy? They don't have a ton of draft picks. That one's probably not likely, but it'll be very interesting to see what team takes him because I think he's the ultimate fit guy. Wherever he goes, he shouldn't play as a rookie, and he needs to go to a team that knows how to develop quarterbacks. And, that combination, that probably narrows it down to about 10 teams. So we'll see what that team ends up being. And look, I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this like Bill Polian, where he was like, Lamar can't play quarterback, he needs to play running back. I'm saying Jaylen Milroe, I think he could be a really good NFL running back. And I mean that is a compliment. I'm full out saying he should play quarterback to start out, but I think he's built like a running back. 6'2", 217, he runs like a running back. Like Lamar, the whole thing about Polian, it was kind of a bad take because he's not thick enough. Like, I don't think Lamar actually would have lasted as a full-time running back. This kid could, so that's another reason I'd take him fairly high. If it doesn't work out at quarterback, say it's his third year, I think you could put him in a running back room and he could be effective. Like he's that type of athlete and he's that built. So I think you're almost getting a premium here where you develop him as a quarterback, maybe you have a package for him. And if he doesn't work out as a quarterback a few years down the road, because he is much more raw than a Lamar Jackson, then maybe he can play running back for you and give you some carries there. What round will Jaylen Milroe get drafted? I say second round. Some team's going to fall in love with the traits. I mean, like Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen Hurts went in the second round, and he was not nearly as fast as Milroe. They have similar builds. So I think round 2 is probably the sweet spot. Give us your thoughts in the comment section below. Speaking of the NFL draft and quarterbacks, are the Browns going to pass on Shedeur Sanders? Adam Schefter, who for weeks had been saying that all the chatters, Browns are taking a quarterback, Browns are taking a quarterback, Browns are taking a quarterback. Well, on Get Up, he now said this regarding the Browns draft situation at number 2. He said, when you talk to people around the league, the sense is that Cleveland would like Cam Ward. Cam Ward is going to be the number 1 pick. Unless they trade up to 1, they aren't getting Cam Ward. In which case, I think Cleveland goes with Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. He went on to say, and then Shedeur Sanders would fall to 3, and the Giants would almost certainly draft him. I think Cleveland's in a tough spot because they convinced Myles Garrett to stay, right? And the reason he wanted out, sure, money always helps. You make him the highest paid player, non-quarterback, all that stuff. I understand that. But he wants to compete. Like, I think they sold him on some quarterback idea. I get it. If you don't love Shedeur Sanders and if you certainly don't like him, you probably shouldn't take him. But if you think there's something there, I almost feel like you have to, because what's the plan? I mean, you might not even get Russell Wilson. Like, I don't think Myles Garrett re-upped to roll with Kenny Pickett. And I'm not saying you run your franchise around Myles Garrett, but you didn't give the guy $40 million. Clearly, you're trying to compete. Like, you're going to roll out like some competition of like Kenny Pickett and insert some veteran that we're not even thinking about, like Joe Flacco coming back. Like Deshaun Watson re-ruptured his Achilles. He's probably not playing this year. And even if he does, he's been horrible. Like Russell Wilson might be your best option in free agency. Like I'd almost rather just draft Shedeur, even if, like we said earlier, he's probably more of like a late first round grade type of player. Like to me, you almost owe it to yourself to just take that swing if you're Cleveland. So again, no idea what they're going to do, but Schefter seems to have pivoted here. That if they can't get Cam Ward, which it sounds like Titans are full speed ahead there, that Cleveland's probably not going to take Shedeur at number 2, which I'm not going to call it a mistake. I just want to know what the answer is, because there's not that many options out there. Last we heard, Carson Wentz could be the guy they signed. And Carson Wentz, Kenny Pickett QB competition, whatever the phrase of opposite of sign me up is, that's what that is, because that sounds like a disaster. All right, there you go. Lots going on around the NFL as we are about 5 weeks away from the NFL draft. We'll have off-season coverage on a daily basis here on Verts. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We'll see you soon.